All right, good morning and welcome to day 1 of math. Today we are going to be measuring things. Now I'm sure you've seen your parents measure things with things like a ruler or a tape measure. We are not going to be using those things. We are going to be using non-standard measurement or units of measurement, which is why I have the Annie's bunnies. This one was broken, so I just moved it over there. I have paper clips and I have some pennies. I'm going to move the crayon out of the way and we're going to focus on the pencil for a minute. When I go to measure something, should I measure like this? Should I just pick a random spot and measure up? No, I need to make sure I start at the bottom and then measure up. What about, should I say, let me see, I'm going to space them out. This pencil is 3 bunnies long. No, I need to fill in the gaps. Like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This pencil is really 5 bunnies long. What about if I was comparing the crayon to the pencil? Should I just start my crayon here and say, oh, the crayon comes all the way up to here on the pencil? No, I need to move the crayon down to the same starting line as the pencil to make it fair. Remember, I'm going to start at the bottom and measure up. There. When I am measuring, it's a good thing to record my answers. So if I'm doing, let's see, I'll make a line right here for the pencil and right here for the crayon. And I'm going to write the word bunnies because I'm using bunnies to measure. How many bunnies long is the pencil? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bunnies. And how many bunnies long is my crayon? 1, 2, 3. 3 bunnies. Which one is taller? The pencil with 5 bunnies. 5 is a bigger number than 3. Now I can do the same thing with paper clips and pennies. So remember, I'm going to start at the bottom and measure up. Not leaving any spaces. They're touching. Four, 5. So the paper clips must be about the same length as the bunnies. Paper clip. 5. Sorry, my line's kind of crooked. And then the crayon is, switch to this side. Also 3 paper clips. Switch to the pennies. I'm just showing you different examples of how you can measure things around your house. Remember, I'm always starting at the same starting point. 1, 2, 3, 4, making sure whatever I'm measuring with is touching. 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight pennies. Now, I did not have enough pennies to also measure the crayon, so I'm just going to push my pennies back over here and start with the crayon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pennies. Pretty cool how you can measure things using different objects around your house. So, to review how to compare, line up objects so they start at the same starting point. This is line up the objects so that they match on one end. So you can either have them starting this way, starting at the same point, this measures its height, or you can turn it this way. And this measures its length, making sure they start at the same point. How to measure. Line up what you're using to measure beside the object. Your measuring items must be touching. Count the number of items used. So that's what you are going to be using. This week we are going to be learning about how when you measure, you can measure something's height or how tall it is. Like when I just measured, I measured the height, how tall or short something is. We're going to be learning about the length. So let me just turn this way. When we measure length, it's this way. So you're going to measure how long or short something is. And we're also going to be measuring weight, how heavy or light something is. So what I want you to do today for math is I have a teacher or a paper linked on my teacher webpage. You can print that out. If you aren't able to print, that's okay. I also want you to find things like crackers or cereal, paper clips or pennies, and I want you to measure things around your house. Do you have a pencil you can measure? What about a marker? What about your table or a chair? Think of cool things that you can measure. Mark how many items long they are. Then you can take a picture of it and send it to me. All right, I will talk to you later. Bye.